So, Buzz, this is Charles from Medium Sound Bank, and today I wanted to go over 5 of the most useful tricks that I'm using when creating dubstep. And when you start using these 5 tricks, drops will almost become second nature to you. Now, they're pretty simple and often get overlooked when working on the complexity of building your entire track, but let's go ahead and get into it. Now, for number 5, after you've made your drum loop, you can steer your drop with a sense of rhythm or structure using sound effects. And what I mean by that is, as you can see, this sound right here is on the second beat of every bar. And then I try to scale that up by putting another sound effect on the second bar of every 4 bars. And over here on the second drop, even though it's a different sound effect, it is still on the second bar of every 4 bars. And I decided to add this one on the 4th bar as well, just to make the second half of the drop just a little bit more intense.
Yeah.
So then we have something like this.
Yeah.
Now moving on to number 4, once you have the lead that you're going to go with for your drop, just change the pitch. You can change the pitch by moving the notes around, or in this case, for this track, I automated the pitch knob to drop every 2 bars. Without the pitch bending, this lead has a nice bounce to it, but feels very stagnant. So here is the pitch bending. Keeping in mind where the note is going to end up when the pitch bending is done. Since we are in the scale of A sharp minor, the next key note would be D sharp and C sharp. So keeping that in mind, I will go to the pitch and I will pitch bend up 4 semitones and down 4 semitones, and the note will end on C sharp. So it is still in tune when it reaches the bottom. For number 3, to also give your lead a bit more bounce, I will take a percussion or hi-hat or any sound that sounds good in the moment to help accent the lead. And what I mean by that is by adding this percussion to hit every time the lead is hitting, it helps give the lead just a little bit more of a pop. So for number 2, it is to have a control surface or some type of knob that has multiple parameters from multiple plugins linked to this one knob. And it could be plugins, and it could also be effects. When you have this one knob that has multiple things linked to it, it helps the sound design flow a bit more smoothly, which does lead us into number 1. Now, as you will hear, this sound right here is different than this sound, and these 2 sounds are different than these sounds. But they're all linked to this one knob. So for trick number 1 is, once you have your knob set up and everything is linked to it, and you make the sound that you like, copy it. You just clone it. And then you take it and you invert things or swap some waveforms, change some levels. And if you would like to see how I set up number 2 and 1 to make those growls, the video is on the screen now.
You don't want this.